Hey folks, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can scale your D2C supplement brand to 8 figures with high performance emails. Now, this is exactly what I've done over the past couple years, working with various supplement brands, helping them scale their email operations. Now, when it comes to scaling any D2C brand, we both know you need traffic as well, right? So in this video, we're not going to talk about traffic. That's not something we really work with. What we work with is after you get this traffic, how do you maximize the amount of money you make from them? So if before having all the system setup that I'm going to show you, you were doing, let's say, $500K a month, you could be doing $800-900K a month or even $1 million a month by just setting up what I'm about to show you. And this is exactly proven to work. As you can see, there's a company right here called Snap Supplements. It's one of the various companies we have worked with, and they do 8 figures a year. And what we did for them was we made them hit their record revenue month just by setting up this email system I'm about to show you. And number shows that there's so much proof out there that you need email marketing for your supplement business because it's going to help you scale. Now, who is this course for? Now, this course is for founders or operators that sell health, nutritional, or medicinal supplements via e-commerce. So this means you could be selling health supplements, gym supplements, other nutritional supplements, hydration sticks, CBD supplements, basically anything in health that helps people solve an acute problem, you could use this video for. Now, what does this course entail? So there are 5 email mistakes that you are making right now that are making you bleed money. I promise you, every single company I work with, they're making one of these mistakes. And just by fixing one of these mistakes, you're going to make a lot more money. The second thing we're going to see is the highest converting email funnel for supplement brands. Then we're going to talk about how you can grow your list, hyper-targeted automations, the actual secret sauce for creating email campaigns guaranteed to win, how to build a near-perfect deliverability score for your e-commerce company, and highest performing design and copywriting layout for supplement brands. And a bunch of freebies like, email templates, swipe files, pop-up templates. You can get all of that in the description. But let's go real quick. Now, supplement brands have one big advantage over other industries. And the biggest advantage you guys have is that you guys are a LTV heavy business. Spending millions on ads and generating traffic is great if it works for you. But not having fantastic backend system is costing you 6, if not 7 figures in additional revenue every single year. And you need to build out a system of emails and SMS that ruthlessly converts each and every lead possible. But you want to do it in a way where it still maximizes your lifetime value, increases your upsell take rate, gets you loads of UGC, while also making sure that the emails you send are personalized to each group of customers. Now, this is the power of email and SMS done well. You're going to get all of these things done if you do email and SMS the right way. Now, building this high converting backend system is exactly what I'll show you. But first, I want to show you the 5 mistakes that you're making right now that are making you bleed money out of your business. Fixing one of these alone is going to make you a lot of money, I promise you. The first mistake you're making is that your top of the funnel is leaking. Now, it does not matter how killer your email marketing is, how killer your flows are, how killer your campaigns are. If you're not maximizing the amount of traffic you get into this system, you're simply losing money. And just by fixing this, your ROAS will increase and your customer acquisition cost is going to drop drastically. Now, the good news is that almost every supplement brand I talk to are not maximizing this traffic, which means you have potential. And another good news is you don't have to spend more on ads for this. Simply making a few tweaks I'll show you in your pop-up form will help you maximize your brand's traffic potential and bring you more and more leads. This is so simple. We're going to see how to fix this in a bit. The second mistake you're making is your email flows are not hyper segmented. Now, having cookie cutter flows for all your subscribers is costing you growth and money. You can easily see a 50% lift in your existing email flows if you just made them more targeted. And flows, if you just don't know, it's just automations that get triggered whenever somebody makes a specific action. So when somebody joins your list, you know how they get a welcome flow, or when somebody abandons their cart, they get a series of abandoned cart emails. All of these are flows, and having basic flows is nice, right? You're still going to make money with that. But if you really want to make as much money as possible and make your flows convert at least 50% better than they're converting right now, you need to use hyper-targeted segmented flows. Now, the new approach we preach groups people in different segments and then sends them specific emails for the products they're interested in and tackles the exact problems that they are facing. Now, the third mistake you're making is your campaigns do not have intriguing hooks. Now, sending campaigns frequently is not enough. So basically, campaigns are your manual sends. Whenever you have a sale running, whenever you're launching a product, you send an email blast to your list. That is called campaign. Now, sending campaigns frequently alone is just not enough. You need to keep them engaging with intriguing hooks that pull people in. So let me give you an example real quick. This right here is the first campaign. The first campaign idea is why you should get more sleep. So this is a decent hook. Whenever somebody reads it, they're going to think, oh, this email is about benefits of the sleep, right? But in the second campaign, it just goes more granular. And we say, study shows sleeping in this manner adds years to your life. now they are hooked because this is so much more interesting than why you should get more sleep, right? Now, which campaign angle do you think will get more open rates, more click rates, and more conversions? It's going to be the second one. And this is the simplest way to increase your campaign revenue and make more money than you're making right now with your emails. Now, the fourth mistake that you're making is that you're not landing in the primary inbox. Now most supplement brands I audit land in spam inbox, let alone the primary inbox. But when you land in primary inbox, the biggest advantage you get is that your customers get a notification on their phone every time you send an email. It does not happen if you're landing in promotions inbox, which is really, really crazy. And this in turn gets you more views on your emails, more opens, more clicks, and obviously more conversions at the end of the day. This is what you want to aim for, to land in primary. And the way you do this, I'm going to show that to you at the end of this video. Now, the fifth and the last mistake you're making is you're sleeping on plain text emails. Now, the number one marketing advantage that you guys have as supplement brands is direct response copy. People in your niche, they like to read stuff. They have been trained to read blogs, health articles, watch long health videos by doctors, dentists, whoever it is, right? These people are already in the mindset of reading longer stuff. So you need to play into that advantage and use plain text emails and sprinkle them with your promotional emails as well. And the reason why people are going to read your longer emails is because your product solves an acute problem your market has, right? And your market is trained to have an attention span of reading 5,000 word sales letters. I'm telling you, some of these people running health offers in e-commerce, they have Facebook ads that go directly to sales pages that are 5, 6, 7,000 words long. And some of these people are making tens of millions of dollars with these supplement companies. So really, you should be happy that people in your market are already trained to read longer stuff. Now, not sending out longer emails with intriguing hooks and ideas means you're missing out. And a real life example of this is an email I wrote for an 8-figure supplement brand called Snap Supplements. And that email was 670 words long, and that was their highest performing email ever. And we were sending a bunch of plain text emails for them, and they were making so much more money with that. And we repeatedly resent a bunch of these emails as well, because again, they were making so much money, they were proven to work. So we kept on resending them to like different people in our list. And almost all of the new ones that I wrote were plain text. That should tell you enough on why you should be using plain text emails. Now, this funnel that you see on the screen is what we built for our supplement companies that are doing 7 figures or 8 figures in revenue, and this just makes them so much more money. If you just look right here, this is divided into 5 different steps, right? And this is so advanced and it's very granular. So first of all, we're going to be maximizing your email list growth. Then you're going to be converting leads into one-time buyers. Then we're going to be turning one-time buyers into repeat buyers. Then we're going to be using campaigns to make you more money. And then we're going to be creating abandonment flows that are going to convert every single lost purchase. And you can just pause this video and see what this funnel looks like and how all of this is connected. We're going to dive a little bit deeper. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is how you use pop-up forms to create a list of highly engaged buyers. Now, pop-up forms are very simple. You need to bring more traffic into your existing email marketing system. You need to build really good pop-up forms. If your email marketing systems are not being seen by the right amount of traffic, you're not going to make as much money. It's just that simple, right? And for pop-up forms, you need clear offer, minimal copy, and contrasted design. This is literally the formula for creating a perfect pop-up for supplement companies. And on the right, you can see right here, this is a very good example by Obvi, which is a company that also sells supplements. And this is a pop-up they're using. Now, to supercharge the results that you see on your pop-up right now, we're going to be using a micro commitment pop-up, and I'm going to show you what it is. And just by the way, your pop-up conversion rate also depends heavily on the quality of traffic you're generating. So if your targeting is not right and you're bringing people on your site that are not resonating, obviously your email list quality is going to decrease a lot. And building a pop-up form like I show you will ensure that you are maximizing your email list growth. And a few things you would want to know is % off, dollars off, and free shipping are all proven to work offers for pop-up. Just use one of these and you'll be set. And you want to use minimal copy again with only words that are necessary, and the design should be conversion focused only. All right, so now I'm going to show you 3 advanced pop-up strategies that are going to help you build a bigger list of highly engaged users. Now, the first is that you want to build a micro commitment pop-up for better conversion rate. Now, this right here is what I mean by micro commitment. So on the right, the step 2, this is how you normally see a pop-up, right? You have a headline, you have an opt-in form, and then people can click on claim my free trial or yes or no, and then they are able to put in their email. Now, this is decent, right? This still brings you leads. But what we have seen is that if you add another step right here, which is called a micro commitment step, and where people can click on yes or no button before they actually see your email opt-in, they're more likely to give you their email address. And the reason why it brings you better conversion rate is simply because people are more likely to give you their email if they click on the yes button before, because now they have more commitment to give you their email address. If they hadn't clicked on the yes button, now they have less commitment to give you their email address. It's just Commitment and Consistency by Robert Cialdini. You can read the book Influence if you really want to get into that. Now, the second strategy that can help you bring in more conversion rate is by simply building different pop-ups for different groups of people. So if some of your traffic is being generated from Facebook ads and some from Instagram ads, and some of your traffic is VIP subscribers that you already have in your list, and some of your traffic on your site is normal email subscribers who haven't purchased from you yet, you would want to give these people different offers to convert, right? So if somebody is a VIP subscriber and they're on your store, you can offer them something more, right? But if somebody's not a VIP subscriber and they haven't even made a purchase with you yet, there's no point giving them 30-40% or any premium discount, right? This is where specific pop-ups for specific groups of people really come into play, and why you should play into that advantage again, because you have that data in Klaviyo or in any other email opt-in form or in any other email pop-up forms software as well. So really play into that as well. And the third thing you want to do is you should always test different offers to double down on the working one. Sometimes you're going to notice that $20 off works a lot better than 5% off or 10% off, right? Obviously it depends on your margins, but different messaging can bring you different results, and you always want to test these and then double down on the one that's working really, really well, and then just keep on optimizing that. Now, here are a few tips that you can use to increase conversion rate on your pop-up form. You want to use full screen pop-up. You've used all the other ones. This one works the best. You want to use a micro commitment step. So just right here is a micro commitment step right here. You can ask users a question with clickable buttons to segment your audience. So again, this is all we doing this right here, and whenever somebody clicks on it, now they're more likely to give you their email, right? Now, the fourth thing is you want to use 20 to 30 words maximum. And the last thing is you want to build your pop-up using any of the templates that I have in the description. You can go and check them out. So everything I showed you right now is a very good crash course, but if you really want to dive into technicalities and targeting and behavior and all that sort of stuff, right, you should watch this 30-minute video I made. It literally is the A to Z process of how you want to build pop-ups, and I also build a pop-up out live in Klaviyo in this video, so you can go and watch that as well. And if it does not help, there are a lot of other channels as well with very definitive guides. You can literally just search YouTube and you'll find a lot of stuff. Now, the second step of this funnel that I want to show you, which is going to make you so much more money, is email automations. And this is also going to help you get 50% more customers than your competitors with these hyper-targeted automations. Now, one thing you want to know is your customers or your subscribers are also subscribed to your competitors' email list as well, right? And the reason for this is because you guys are targeting the same market, so you're gonna have similar people as well that are overlapping. What you wanna know is if you build out these hyper-targeted automations I'm gonna show you in this video, you'll be able to convert those people as well. And you're gonna be making about 15 to 20% of your revenue just by these automations that you build out once, and they're gonna keep on making you money. All right, so the first email automation we're gonna be building is Welcome Flow, which is the most important one, and it's gonna be the highest revenue generating flow for your business. Now, you already know that. You probably already have a Welcome Flow set up for your business as well, but what I'm gonna show you is how you can build an advanced Welcome Flow that converts 50% more than your existing one, right? So you're just basically gonna increase your conversion rate on it and make more money, because an excellent Welcome Flow immediately delivers the offer, clearly differentiates you, skyrockets deliverability, and hooks people in for future emails. Now, after working with almost 50 plus brands at this point, this is the best definition I could find for Welcome Flow. And the reason why you really want to focus on this is because the first and most important thing you need to do is you want to convert people who are already ready to buy, right? If somebody's ready to buy, why would you want to give them more sales arguments, right? You don't want to include anything in your messaging that will sway them away from the sale, and you just don't want to come in the middle of it. That's why every single time when somebody signs up for your email list, they should have a clear way of getting converted. The second most important thing is you need to differentiate yourself, right? Every single person wants to know what makes you in a league of your own. What USP do you have that differentiates you from all the other people, right? Keep that in your mind and then create emails that solve that exact objection. Then you want to also make sure that you are skyrocketing your deliverability with Welcome Flow, because Welcome Flow is the first touch point. So there are a lot of ways you can increase your deliverability score within Welcome Flow. And if you do it right, you're going to future-proof your existing campaigns, your future campaigns, and your future flows, which basically means you're going to get a better conversion rate throughout your email marketing and just make more money, basically. And the last thing is that when you do the first things correctly, you are probably going to hook people in for future emails. Now, another thing you want to know is when we say hooking people in for future emails, it also means what kind of strategy you run for your welcome flow. So if you're just offering a bunch of spammy discounts, if you're just annoying your list with like some very spammy tactics, obviously people are not going to be opening your emails in the future. Even if they don't unsubscribe or even if they forget to unsubscribe, they're just not going to open it because they didn't have a good experience. So first of all, we're going to talk about what's the perfect way to deliver offer after sign up. Now, a huge chunk of your new subscribers are going to be ready to buy right away after they sign up to your list. Like I told you, we need to deliver the opt-in offer to this group in an effective manner without adding any friction. You need to remove every sort of source of friction, okay? Any sort of friction or any source of friction needs to go right away. And do not take this lightly. This can be the difference between extra thousands of dollars you make. Because we ran an A/B test that proved this. Let me show you that A/B test. So here's an A/B test we ran. We ran a test with 2 emails delivering the offer in the first welcome email. One email was long with product showcase, added information, mission statements, and other fluff. And the other email just delivered the offer. The first email had 9.6% click-through rate and 9.4% conversion rate, which is not bad for a welcome email. But the email that only delivered the offer had a CTR of 22.5% and conversion rate of almost 11%. This is unheard of, right? Why did this happen? And this is how the winning variation looked like. Now, this is not the exact brand, but we literally use this exact template for them as well. And this is one of our clients that we had worked with. And this is how it looked, right? The whole email is so small. It's all above the fold. People don't have to scroll down. And something like this worked so surprisingly well just because it's delivering the offer and it's converting every single person who is already ready to buy. So you don't have to waste your time with sales arguments. You don't have to waste time with mission statements. Obviously, you want to do that, but you want to do that later in the funnel after people who are not ready to buy want to buy from you. You know, that's basically how it goes. And this right here is the proof of the A/B test that we ran. You can just, pause this and you can take a look right here. 60.7% versus 63.1%, which is a big jump even in open rates. Now, the second thing that Welcome Flow does is differentiating you, right? How do you do it? Now, this is beyond email marketing, right? This is something that is inherent within your brand. And if you don't have a clear USP with your brand, even in terms of marketing or even in terms of product, obviously you're not going to succeed. That's just how it is. But you need to clearly communicate your USP throughout your emails, right? Now, from a marketing perspective, your USP could be using creative ads and emails with strong hooks, right? That could be your marketing advantage. You could be fixing all the leaks in your backend. You could be being the most available option, which basically just means landing in primary inbox and all of that, right? For example, if your competitor is landing in promotions inbox and you're landing in primary inbox, you're the most available option, right? So in terms of marketing, sure, your USP could be that you are very savvy with marketing. You're using all sorts of retargeting ads. You're using very good direct response creatives, right? That are converting people, that are hooking people in. You're using direct response emails that are making you more money. But from a brand's perspective, you need to have this USP and you need to clearly communicate that USP throughout your welcome flow, because that is what makes you unique and people would want to know what keeps you in a league of your own. That's very important. Now, how do you boost deliverability using welcome flow? Deliverability just means that you're going to be landing in the primary inbox better. Email service providers are going to tag you as a good brand that is sending valuable emails that other people want to read. So the way you do this is you want to mix plain text emails with minimal designs. Okay, you want to incentivize people to reply to your email. So you could say something like, hey, get 10% off if you reply to us, or reply to us with your favorite product, reply to us with whatever, right? Reply to us with whatever, XYZ, and we will send you a quick discount, or we'll send you a mystery discount. That works really well. Now, another thing is you don't want to send more than 1 email a day. Maximum, even 1 email a day is a lot. I know you might be like, oh, won't that annoy my list? If you segment them properly, you won't, right? We had somebody, one of the clients we were working with, they were sending 2 emails a day. Won't recommend that to anyone, but their strategy was very different and it worked for them. Now, another thing is you want to balance out promotional copy with non-promotional copy in the email for a better inbox rate. What this means is if you're using a lot of words like sale, 20% off, free shipping, discount, all of these words, you also want to make sure that you have some copy in your email that Klaviyo or the email service providers can read, where you're not using any sales language. And what that does is it just increases your deliverability rate, because Gmail sees the ratio between promotional messaging and non-promotional messaging. If your promotional content is more than your non-promotional content, obviously you're going to be landing in promotional tab. I mean, that's what it is for, right? The next thing you want to do is you want to use intriguing hooks to get people open and click your emails. The more clicks you get, the more opens you get, the more points you get in terms of deliverability, the better your score is going to be. And the last thing you want to do is you want to throw in educational emails that people click based on curiosity. Again, getting more opens, clicks, and getting more conversions and getting replies will automatically put you in primary inbox, right? Obviously, you still need, it's a little bit more nuanced, and we're going to be talking about that later, but doing a lot of these things are going to increase your deliverability score very quickly. And before we wind up welcome flow, here are 5 hacks you can use right now to double your welcome flow conversions basically. The first thing you want to do is you want to use the offer delivery template I showed you. So you want to make an email just like this right here, but you want to use it for your brand. It's very simple to create, as you can see, but you want to do that because this, again, you want to test this with your current one and you want to see the results. The second thing you want to do is you want to wait 1 day to resend the first emails to non-openers. So you can create a conditional split within Klaviyo where any person who received your first offer delivery email, but they did not open it, you can resend the same email to these guys with a different subject line, and you're going to make a lot more money, and you're going to get better openers as well, because you're going to notice that some of these people just didn't open your email because either the subject line wasn't enticing enough for them, or second of all, they just didn't see your email. But now you resent it, so they saw it and they purchased. Now the third thing you want to do is you want to send personalized emails to people based on their preference in the opt-in form. So you remember how Obvi was doing this right here? So if people click on one of these buttons, Obvi is going to tag them in their email marketing tool as somebody who wants to lose weight, boost their energy, and then they're going to send them relevant emails. Obviously, that's what you want to do in your welcome flow as well, because the more personalized your copy is, the more personalized your messaging is, the more money you'll make and the better conversion rate you'll get, right? And the fourth thing you want to do is you don't want to use multiple image slices. Now, this is something that a lot of people who upload emails know. If you use a lot of image blocks in your emails, the chances of you landing in promotions inbox also skyrocket. So you want to keep that at minimum. The last thing you want to do is you want to incentivize people to reply to your email. Again, this is something I told you already, but when somebody replies to you, you automatically get added to their primary folder, which is crazy because then that means now they're going to be able to get notification every single time you send them an email, which is great. Now, the second flow you want to build is cart abandonment flow. Now, again, we're not going to be just talking about basic cart abandonment flow. We're going to be talking about a cart abandonment flow that also converts 50% additional carts by using hyper-segmented flows. Now, let me talk to you what I mean. Now, a big group of people will abandon their carts and have objections stopping them from purchasing, right? Which is common. This is normal, right? And the way you convert them is simple. You send them reminder emails. You send them incentive for people to buy. You create urgency within your email. You tell them, hey, your discount is expiring and all that stuff. Now, this is okay, right? This is fine. You're going to convert carts with that. And you probably already have this set up, right? But if you really want to convert up to 50% additional carts than you're converting right now, let me show you what you want to do. So here's an absolute monstrous cart abandonment funnel that doesn't leave any cart behind. So this is your basic cart abandonment flow. And as you can see, it's slow, it's lethargic, and it catches Jerry sometimes, which is your customer, but a lot of times he lets him go as well. This right here is upgraded abandoned cart flow, which is something we'll build. And it's fast, right? It's upgraded. It uses all the latest technologies out there, all the latest tools to catch Jerry all the time, and it just doesn't leave Jerry behind. It always catches Jerry for some reason, right? Which is exactly what an upgraded cart abandonment flow needs to do, right? So here's how you can convert 50% more carts starting today. So in your cart abandonment funnel, you want to put your subscribers into 3 different categories, okay? The first one will be people who have high average order value. The second one are going to be product specific. So this could be gut supplements, creatine supplements, protein supplements, right? So people who have gut supplements in their cart are going to be in a different flow. People who have creatine supplements are going to be segmented differently. People who have protein supplements in their cart are going to be in a different segment. And then there's going to be low average order value cart. And then what you want to do is you want to send different emails tailored to these 3 different categories, right? And you're going to use different messaging for each one of these group of people, which basically just means that if you're talking to somebody protein in their cart, you're going to be talking to them differently. You're going to be talking more about protein and not creatine, right? Because they're interested in protein, which just simply means that you're going to be tailoring your messaging to these people, which means you're going to be getting better conversion rate and making more money. It's very simple. Now, here's a quick strategy that you can use for yourself. This is a basic one: cart reminder, incentive. Then in the third email, you can send them advertorial campaign, which is something I'm going to show you what it is in a bit. And then you can, have urgency in there, which is a very basic cart abandonment strategy. But if you want to learn how to build the one that I just showed you, there's a complete guide, 44-minute guide I personally made that shows you how to build this sequence. And I show you the exact technicalities of it, how you can build it out for yourself, and how you can implement it for your brand. So you can just go there, because if I start talking about it here, it's going to be a 3-hour long video. All right, so the third flow is the browse abandonment flow. And this is a higher intent flow. Your customer clicked on a product page, they liked something, but they did not click on add to cart, which means they're behind in their conversion journey with you. And this is where we're going to be triggering the following sequence. So the first email could say something like, hey, we caught you peeping. And the second one, you can give them an incentive. In the third one, you can create urgency for that incentive saying, hey, your 20% off is expiring or something like that, right? Now, this strategy I showed you works if you have nothing set up. But if you already have a browser abandonment flow set up and you want to boost the conversion performance on it, we'll need to go a little bit more deeper. Now, here's browser abandonment on steroids. We're going to be segmenting people who browse different supplements. Then we're going to be tagging these people as interested in their specific supplements that they were viewing. And now our browser abandonment emails will educate people on their problems and how our supplement that they were viewing fixes the root cause of it, right? So basically the few pointers you want to keep in your head is you want to educate these people 70% of the email, and the last 30% you sell them. Then you want to use the visuals of that specific supplement that they were browsing. And then at the end, you want to use intriguing hooks to intensify desire for your emails. Now, the reason why you want to do it this way is because when your messaging will be more tailored, people will pay more attention. And if they'll pay more attention, if you have their attention, the likelihood of them clicking and opening your email, it just increases. For example, if in the subject line, rather than saying, hey, we caught you peeping, if you said something like, get this gut health supplement, because that was something they were viewing, right? Now the chances of them opening that email just increases drastically. And the reason for that is because, again, it's just more personalized to them. Now let's take a look at an example for a real brand. So this is a brand called Gaspari Nutrition. I just saw them online and I thought it would be a good example. But here's what we're gonna do. So this right here is a recovery supplement, right? It's called Plasma Jet. It's a nitric oxide maximizer. It's for gym goers who wanna recover better, right? Now what we're gonna do is any single person who has viewed Plasma Jet recovery supplement, we're gonna send the following emails. The first email we're gonna say is, you left Plasma Jet behind. And the reason why we're gonna be using the product name is because, again, it resonates with people. It's relatable because they just viewed it, so they're more likely to open the email when they see the product name. Then we're gonna say something like, sore after a workout, not good. Now, again, this is a common myth people have, that, hey, if we're sore after a workout, it means that our muscles have been damaged, which basically means we're gonna grow our muscles back more stronger, right? The second email we're gonna send is sore after a workout, not good. So this is the hook of the email basically. And the reason why we're sending this email is because it's interesting, because there's a common myth that people think if they're sore after a workout, it means they've done something right, which is not necessarily true. And we can use this email to break that myth and pull people attention in, and then at the end sell our product, right? That's the whole idea. So the first 70% of the time, all we're gonna do is we're gonna be talking about this myth. We're gonna tell them why it's a myth and how, you know, they can make their workouts more effective. Then at the end, we're gonna be selling Plasma Jet, obviously. The third email we'll send will say something like, Plasma Jet's about to be sold out. And the reason why we're gonna say this is obviously to create some scarcity and for people to take action. And then at the end, we're just gonna give them a discount to convert every single person who did not get converted from the first 3 emails. Now, a strategy like this is more relevant. It's gonna get you better open, better clicks, better CVR, which is conversion rate, right? Now, here's a strategy you can use if you don't wanna use an advanced strategy. You know, we caught you peeping, incentive. The email 3 could be urgency on that incentive. So 10% off, 10% off is expiring, 10% off upgraded to 15%, and then 15% off is expiring. Now, this is something you could do, but we would always recommend going with more advanced approach. Now here's site abandonment, the next flow. Now this is a lower intent flow and it triggers when somebody views your website and leaves without clicking on any product. So nobody has basically showed any interest. They just landed on your website and left, right? So it's wise to keep this flow short and not frustrate your customer with emails, because they could just open your website for no reason at all, right? They could just accidentally open it and the next thing they know, they just keep on getting like 4 or 5 emails, right? So what you want to do is you want to send one email here with either a quiz funnel or your highest performing sales campaign. So if you have a quiz funnel, which a lot of supplement brands do, it's ideal to put it right here in this flow. The reason for that is because there's a very high likelihood that somebody joined your website, they didn't click on anything because they didn't know which product was for them. You get it? So because of that, if you already have a quiz funnel, you can add that here. If not, it's fine. You can add your highest performing sales campaign in there and it's going to work really fine as well. Now, the next flow is post-purchase thank you. Now, this flow triggers right when somebody places an order. Now, this flow is overlooked, but it's key to removing buyer's remorse and creating brand loyalty, right? So whenever somebody makes a purchase with you, you want to send them a series of emails, not a lot of emails, 2-3 emails, where you thank them for their purchase, you ask them if they have any questions, and you just tell them that you're there, right? And the reason for this is because you want to make sure that the buyer's remorse is not there at all. You remove it entirely from the root cause. You're going to actually call out the fact that, hey, you made a purchase with us twice, which means you're a repeat customer. We're so thankful, XYZ. If they made a purchase 3 times, hey, you made a purchase with us 3 times. Thank you so much for that, and you're a VIP customer, something like that, right? Now, the next is cross-sell flow. Now, we use cross-sells to make people repeat purchasers. So anybody who has made one purchase or two purchases and we want to make them keep on coming back to our brand, we're going to be using this flow. Now, if you have multiple supplements that complement each other, this could be a high revenue driving flow for you, which almost in every case, people have supplements that complement each other. So for example, if somebody buys creatine from you, you know they're probably trying to put on muscle. Or if somebody buys a nitric oxide supplement from you, you can upsell them on a heart health supplement as well. If somebody buys a gut health supplement from you, you can upsell them on a sleep supplement because, well, better sleep equals better gut, right? So this, for example, right here is a supplement from Inno Supplements, Inno Gut product, which is a gut health supplement. And we can make the argument that, hey, good sleep is the #1 way to improve your gut health. So get a nitrate alpha wave as well, which is going to help you sleep better. Now, if somebody buys this from you and the order was fulfilled, only then we're going to send them an email where we're going to upsell them on this, right? Because if you want to upsell them directly, you're going to do it on the checkout page, right? But if you want to upsell them later after they've already made a purchase, what you can do is you can use this flow where if somebody buys X product, order fulfilled, 7 days, 14 days, whatever it takes, how product X and Y work together, 2 days later, review from people who bought product X and Y, which is simple. If somebody has bought gut product, it's going to be X. If somebody has bought alpha wave, that's going to be Y. So it's very simple. You just want to use this flow to get a better lifetime value and just make more sales, basically. Now, a few tools that you can use for cross-sell are Lifetimely and Klaviyo. Now, tools like Lifetimely are going to help you see which products people buy after they buy a certain supplement from you. So it really helps you see the buying pattern and how people who buy a specific product, what do they do after that, right? How many days do they wait to buy the second product, and which second product are they most likely to buy? Then you can create individual flows for these group of people and then send them hyper-specific emails, right? Because you already know that if somebody's buying gut health supplement, then they're buying a sleep supplement. So why not upsell every single person on the same exact supplement your market is already buying after buying a certain one, right? So it just makes sense because we're just going to be using data to create these flows. Now, the next flow you want to create is a UGC collection flow. So collecting UGC and customer reviews via emails is very easy, and you already know why you need a lot of UGC. You can use that in your ads, you can use that on your website, you can use that on your landing pages, product pages, wherever you want to use it, right? So this could include before and after photos, workout progress, customer success stories, and feedback about supplement effectiveness. Now, obviously, this is going to depend on what kind of supplements you're selling. But again, this applies for every single type of supplement brand out there. And it is imperative that you use tools like Luke's, Judge Me, Stamped, etc. for collecting this UGC directly from your email, which basically means that people don't have to click on any links and they can put their review within the email, which is again going to remove all the friction, right? Now, first of all, you want to use tools like Judge Me to collect customer reviews within your emails without any friction. Then you want to mention the specific product that your customers have purchased to make the emails more engaging. And you can do this with tools like Judge Me and Klaviyo. The third thing you want to know is that timing is key, right? You want to ask for feedback after the product has had time to work, right? So this could be 7 to 21 days after delivery, depending upon how effective your supplements are. Then you want to offer discounts, exclusive access, or reward points for submitting reviews. If you don't want to offer discounts or exclusive access, you can just use your reward points from your loyalty programs as an incentive. And then the fifth thing you want to do to make sure you get more UGC is by framing requests in a way that shows how UGC will benefit the customer. So you could say something like, hey, you can get featured in our next campaign. We're going to be uploading you on our Instagram or something like that. This works really well. Or what you can do is you can incentivize people to give you the UGC in exchange for adding them to a giveaway where you give away supplements or something like that, right? That also works really well. Now, these are just core flows, and you need to build a lot more flows than this with more granular splits, right? You need subscription flows, you need win-back flows, you need sunset flows. There's so much more you need. But this is an excellent starting point. And if you just fix all of the things that I've shown you in this video, and if you just build this out, you're going to be making so much more money than you're making right now. And later down the line, you can create subscription flows, win-back flows, sunset flows, AI predictive flows. There's so much more things you can do. But these are the main things that I would focus on right away. And after you've nailed these, then you can work on the other ones, and you're going to be making more money from that as well. Now, the next highest leverage thing you could do is by creating campaigns. I'm going to show you how you can generate 30 to 50% of your total email revenue from these conversion focused campaigns for supplement brands alone, right? This is something that we're so good at that when we worked with some companies that are doing 8 figures, we created campaigns for them that outperform their existing ones by a mile, right? One of the campaigns that I wrote for an 8-figure company called Snap Supplements turned out to be the best performing campaign of 2023, just because I use this exact formula that we use for all of our other clients, and this is just proven to work. So follow what I'm saying, okay? Now, campaigns are simplified. You want to send manual campaigns to your list 3 to 6 times a week, and you're going to be generating big profits. Now, if you think that this amount of frequency is going to annoy your customers, you're wrong. Numbers, they show otherwise. Your customers are not going to be annoyed with this amount of frequency. We've done it over and over again. I'm telling you, nothing happens. You don't even get that high of an unsubscribe rate. But consistently sending out discounts and running sales is going to harm your brand. And if you just keep on spamming discounts, obviously your list is going to be annoyed, right? So you want to send these emails in a strategic way where your list actually looks forward to reading your emails. And the goal with the campaigns is to send engaging stuff that people open, click, and also sometimes reply to. And this is key, right? Because this is going to make you millions in the long run. If your deliverability score, again, if it's really good, you're going to be landing in primary inbox, and that just increases your conversion rate by a mile, right? So now here's the secret sauce to creating record-breaking campaigns for supplement brands. And let me show you how we create email campaigns that shatter revenue records for supplement brands. Now, this is the exact process we use for companies like GCS, Snap Supplements to create campaigns that made them the most amount of money with emails. And this truly is the secret sauce. So let me show it to you, right? Now, the secret sauce to creating record-breaking email campaigns for supplement brands is right here. Now, the first step is you want to create a list of 15 to 20 problems your customer avatar faces on a daily basis. So if you're selling health and wellness supplements, it can be something like high blood sugar levels, bad gut health, bad sleep, all of those things that your supplements solve, right? And then what you want to do is you want to create a list of 15 to 20 symptoms these problems are causing to your market. So somebody who has bad gut probably has a symptom of bloating, right? They probably feel bloated all the time. They probably feel gaseous all the time. They probably just feel embarrassed because they can burp anytime in the public, right? All of that stuff, you want to list that down. And then you want to create a list of 15 to 20 FAQs your customer avatar might have before buying your supplement. You can do all of this by using ChatGPT. Honestly, it's not a big deal. Then the fourth thing you want to do is you want to create email campaigns that talk about these problems, then show how your supplement fixes it. And then the last thing you want to do, and this is the banger part, right? This is the most important part. You want to come up with very strong hooks for these email campaigns. This is the most important part of your email. If you just nail this down, I promise you, this is how we create campaigns that just keep on outperforming our clients' existing campaigns. This is something 9-figure companies in supplement industry are doing, right? People like BioTrust, people like, I'm just forgetting names right now, but there's so many companies who are doing this. InnoSubs, right? The reason why everyone is using strong hooks in their emails and they're using this exact method to create their emails is because it's working, right? And that is why you want to do it as well, because if something's working, just double down on it. No? Now here's an example right here, right? So the problem is high blood sugar levels for this email, right? The symptoms is being groggy, drowsy, brain fogged, using the bathroom too often, right? These are the symptoms of having high blood sugar levels. So somebody who has high blood sugar levels is going to face all of this. Now the campaign idea that we came up with was call out people with these symptoms and show them the natural remedies to fix their blood sugar level. So this right here is only the hook of the email. And fourth is the hook, which is very important. So this right here is attached right here. And as you can see, this is a very engaging hook. And this email went out to be one of their best performing campaigns for Snap Supplement, just by the way. Now here are 15 symptoms people face with poor gut health, right? So these people face frequent bloating, digestive irregularity, unpredictable bathroom trips, low energy, chronic gas, all sorts of stuff, right? And now you can create emails where you talk about each one of these symptoms and how your product fixes it. It's so simple. And if you just do this correctly, I promise you your campaigns are going to start to make more revenue starting today, right? Okay, so here's an example of some campaign hooks for supplement brands. I'm only going to show you 5 of these, but they'll give you a good idea of how a good hook looks like. So, are you tired of choking down protein shakes that taste like dirt, or worse, the ones that make you gag after just one sip? Now, this is for a company called Protein World, and they sell these delicious protein shakes. So that is why we're going to be using this one for that, because not a lot of people, basically every single person who drinks protein shakes know that they suck, right? They just taste awful. So if our product actually really tastes well, this is a good starting point, right? Now, the second hook, porridge is supposed to be just carbs, right? Wrong. Oh, so porridge, which we all know it's just carbs, it's actually just carbs, but they have something called slender porridge that also has protein in it. So we can just, promote this product by using this hook. Now the third hook is new study reveals sleeping this way adds years to your life. Now, rather than saying why you need more sleep, if you say something like this, it's more sexy, right? It just gets people dialed in. It just pulls people in, right? This is why it's called a hook, right? Because it gets people to listen and read your emails. Fourth, your dog is in pain as you're reading this. This is one of the emails we wrote for a dog supplement company. It worked really, really well. And the reason why this worked really well is because, again, this is a hook, right? And we were just inducing some fear with it. Now, the fifth one is building muscle has gotten easier with nature's steroids. So you could be saying something like, hey, we have this one herb that we found in nature that boosts your testosterone and all of that stuff, right? And then you could say, oh, by the way, we added this in our supplement. This is how it goes normally. Now, for campaign calendar, because obviously you'll need to have some frequency for your campaigns, you want to make sure that you have a certain frequency that you follow every single week, and this cadence should be consistent, right? You shouldn't just send 5 emails one week and then the next week you only send one. That shouldn't how it should be. What you need to do is you need to have a specific cadence where you follow that cadence, and if you want to increase or decrease your emails, you do it slowly so it doesn't affect your email revenue. So 3 things to keep in mind is you want to keep the frequency between 2 to 7 emails a week, depending upon your SKUs. You want to only send daily emails to the highest engaged segment, and you want to divide your campaigns between advertorial campaigns and sales campaigns. And advertorial campaign just mean educating people for 70% of the time and selling them for the last 30%. And the way you can get campaign idea is you can go to mill.com, you can search supplement there to view relevant emails, and you're going to be able to see what kind of emails your competitors are running, and you can generate your own. This is so simple. So if you just go to mill.com right here are a few campaign examples that I've found from Mill, just so you know that you can get all of these type of campaigns in Mill. And a few brands that I'll recommend you to follow in terms of copy are Supps, right? Buyer Trust, Snap Supplements. These 3 companies are doing really, really well in terms of emails. And if you're a brand that also wants to really focus on designs, you can see a lot of emails in Mill as well that you can find there. All you need to do is you need to go there in the search bar and you want to search supplement, and you're going to see all the supplement companies that they have their emails and data on, and you can just go ahead and see what your people are doing. Now, let me tell you how you can consistently land in primary inbox by maximizing your deliverability score. Now, this is the fastest way to increase your email revenue, because if you land better in inbox, you're going to be getting seen more, you're going to be getting more clicks, more revenue, the whole 9 yards, right? Now, here are a few deliverability secrets. Now, all of your efforts are going to go to waste if your emails are not seen by your audience. Ideally, your goal should be to land in primary, but promotions is good enough as well. Now, this is because your subscribers receive notification when your email lands in their primary inbox, and this notification is usually on their phone. Now, promotion tabs is still fine, and you will still generate a lot of revenue from promotions tab. But if you're landing in spam, well, you need to immediately fix that, right? Now, a few things you can do to land in primary tab are creating a highly engaged segment and only send to these people to increase your deliverability score. So in the eyes of Gmail, Outlook, and all of these email service providers, they tag you as a really good sender, right? That's what you would want to do. Now, the second thing you can do is you want to add an email to your welcome flow where you incentivize people to reply to you. Again, this is so important. I already told you why. This is important. Now, the third thing you want to do is you don't want to use images larger than 1 MB. You want to avoid using product slices as much as possible. So this just means that adding a lot of images in your email, you want to make sure you avoid that. Then you want to have non-promotional content in the email as the claim your text block. Now, supplement brands can easily do this because, well, you guys are already using a lot of copy. So you can just use a lot of non-promo content as well. Then you want to create segments by email service providers to see individual ESP performance and treat them accordingly. So you can see in Klaviyo that how many of your Outlook subscribers are opening your emails versus how many of your Gmail subscribers are opening your emails. And if your Outlook open rate is lower, it means you're probably landing in spam for Outlook. And there are different ways to ensure better deliverability for Outlook versus to ensure better deliverability for Gmail, right? So you want to really make sure that you go very granular to see exactly what open rates are you getting from these different email service providers, and then you want to see how you can fix that. Now, here's a copywriting style that works really well for supplement brands that you can use. Plain text and minimal designs email are working extremely well for supplement companies. When selling anything that solves an acute problem, copy is going to be your best friend. And if you're selling supplements, you're probably solving an acute problem, right? And even plain text email without any design will work extremely well, but you need to mix and match them. So all you want to do is you want to have strong hooks, a lot of educational insights, and you want to have a clear call to action that directs people to relevant landing pages. So this right here is an email from Buyer Trust, which is a 9-figure company, I suppose. And all of their emails, they look something like this. And the reason why they look something like this is because they make a lot of money from it. Now, for people who want to focus on design layouts of supplement companies, Minimal design with clean hero section, simple body section, and footer is all you need. I already have a full-blown video on it on how you can create high converting emails. You can watch that. It's going to be in the description. I dive a lot more deeper there. But what you want to do is you want to focus more on copy and what you say, because that's the most important thing with supplement companies, right? And if you nail the hook, you are almost guaranteed to have a successful email campaign. But if you're a brand that really uses design to communicate your brand values, you can feel free to copy some of these emails that people are sending. And the way you can find these emails are in Milk, right? You can just go there, you can see what kind of emails they are using, and then you can send those type of emails for your companies as well. You can use similar design tones. Obviously, don't copy them exactly, but copy their layout over and over again. It basically means it's working, right? That's why they just keep on resending it. If it's a good company, well, you can just go ahead and use that layout for your own brand and create your own stuff. And you're not copying it, you're just taking inspiration, right? And this is how you can build a really good design layout for your company, for your supplement brand. And this is pretty much it, right? This is the whole training. Now, obviously, there's so much more I can dive deep into. I love all of this stuff, right? You can probably tell. And that is why if you would want a growth plan where I show you exactly what kind of strategy your company could be using to make more money right away, and I audit your account and everything, you can click the link in the description to get more details. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Cheers.